This is good to know information again. Okay. So what is IELTS academic speaking all about? So it has academic reading, sorry, speaking test consists of, it's not reading, it's speaking consists of one-on-one interview between the test taker and an examiner. So it will be like an interview, but it's not an interview. The reason is you don't need to be formal there. What we do in interviews, most of the interviews, we have to be very formal, right? Yes, if not only in the dressing sense, obviously, in every manner. Okay, so it will be one to one, but where the examiner will be sitting just few a table only will be in between you and the examiner. Okay, and yes, in between you and the examiner, there will be a recorder. There will be a recorder which records your entire and conversation or entire speaking test. Okay, so this is a proof that, I mean, the recording is a proof that you have given the examination. Okay, so even after writing the exam, some people reevaluate. For that purpose also, this recording is useful. So the record you're speaking, it's only audio recording, not video. Okay, that's what they do, and you need to be loud enough so that it gets recorded too. Okay, because if you really want to go for evaluation for the next time, so it is a proof, right? And also uh, sometimes what they do some random checks, whether this examiner has given correct points or correct band score to you or not. It's for them, okay? But if they feel that your recording is not proper, that might again lead to a lower band score. So always when be confident, give your 100% voice. I mean, again, 100% voice doesn't mean that don't shout over there. Okay, yes. So you need to be loud enough so that the opposite person hears it. Okay, yes. Then yes, the test is divided into three parts. So you can call them as sections also, or we call them as parts. Part one, part two, and part three. So what is part one? Part one is all about the examiner will ask you a few general questions like what do you do? They don't ask you tell me something about like that. Okay, it's not a regular interview, right? They'll ask what do you do? Okay, so directly that means the question is you need to tell something about yourself in brief. Okay, after that they're going to ask few set of questions which is related to family, studies, work, hobbies, and interests. Okay, there might be like a number of questions, you know. They can ask you about your hometown. Okay, they can ask you about how is the how do you travel within your city or your country. Okay, these are very personal related questions. I mean, I don't say personal, it's general questions. Personal is again very personal, right? How many friends you have, how many girlfriends you have, how many boyfriends you have. So that is personal again. Okay, so general questions, again we can say it's not only personal, it's general questions where it belongs to you. So that is part one. And this part one goes on for 4 to 5 minutes. Okay. So the part one starts like this. They'll ask you, what do you do? And if you say, I'm a student, then they'll ask few questions on like, why did you take this subject? Or why did you choose this stream? Okay. They would ask this thing. If you say, I completed my studies, now I'm working so and so on organization, then they would ask, what do you do in your day-to-day work? Okay, that is the follow-up question on what they ask once you complete your introduction. Okay, so introduction no need to be very lengthy. Again, introduction should be short and crispy because the examiner will not have half an hour of time to sit with you and chit chat. The entire examination is only for 14 to 11 to 14 minutes. That's it. I've seen students coming out after 10th minute also. Just completing of the 10th minute, they come out of the examination room. So this examination is conducted on a different day. So IELTS LRW, which is listening, reading, writing, is conducted on one day, and speaking is conducted on a different day, mostly. when you write a paper-based test. So 100% paper-based test, speaking is conducted on a different day, and those dates you'll come to know before you write the exam. Like at least 1 week before, you'll get the speaking date, speaking venue, and all. But yes, LRW is this on the same date. The day when you book your test, that will be your LRW, that is listening, reading, writing date. Okay, so speaking. Then after that, so the types of questions in task one can be like I was talking about work, studies, hobbies. Okay. Again, they might ask you about travel. Okay. Even I've seen for some of the test takers, they even ask you what perfume do you use. Are perfumes important? But it's general, right? I mean, in general, you need to say if you use it, you say yes. To tell naturally. It here, it doesn't mean that if a question is asked, you have to say something out of or something which is not true. No, you can say it. Even if you bluff here, also it's not a big deal. But be yeah, you have to sound confident. Okay, confidence levels are what they check apart from other criteria. So we're going to come to the criteria. So next part, that is next section, is a topic round or a task round where a topic is given on a paper and you need to uh, like prepare on the topic for 1 minute. Okay, so to look at the topic and to prepare on it, 1 minute is given then and there itself, and you need to speak on the topic for 2 minutes. Here it is given like usually they say 1 to 2 minutes, but I want you to I mean, as a test, till the examiner says, okay, your 2 minutes up, please stop. We'll go to the next part or the next section. Till then, if you speak, that's a good sign, where you have abundantly spoken about that topic. So we all have done jam sessions, just a minute in our colleges or yeah, in institutions, right? Okay, so it's not just a minute, just 2 minutes. You need to speak here for 2 minutes. Okay. Yes, so the topic can be again on general things. Okay, again general things like personal experience. You can add on. Obviously, you're going to add on your personal experience to these topics and speak. And for example, the person whom you admire, or the place you visited recently, or the person who has a strong impression on you. Okay, your favorite cricket player, your favorite what do you call entertainment person. I mean to say hero or yeah, the one who acts, right? Yes, you can talk about. I mean, the questions can all be on that. Okay. Yes, even questions also can be on any general topic in this world. Believe me. Okay. So you need to speak on the topic for 2 minutes. Once that 2 minutes is done, they'll jump off to section three. That is part three. Okay. The part three is again 4 to 5 minutes. It's almost like task one, but task three is a wider range of topics. So usually it's a follow-up questions. Those are follow-up questions on like whatever topic you had it in the part two. Those are the follow-up questions. Okay, but you need to answer it in 2 to 3 sentences, minimum 2 to 3 sentences. Okay, and yes, each yeah, you might also get how many questions you might be asked. It depends. They might ask 4 to 5 questions. That's it. So you need to speak like 3 to 4 minutes. I mean, 3 to 4 sentences. It should be again natural. So what they observe is naturality here. Okay, but these part three questions are wide range. I said, right? Why it is wide range? It is not about you, it is about people, society, others. Okay, world. Okay, it's about others. Maybe the question is something related to you, but you need to speak about others. For example, if the part two question is on global warming, for example, part three questions would come something like being a responsible citizen. What is your effort to eradicate or lessen down this greenhouse gases or global warming? Okay, or a question might ask like, is it one country's headache to solve this problem, or should all the countries come together and solve this issue? So this is not only about you. It's not only about you. It's not completely not about you. It's about others. It's about other how others feel, how people feel. In general, you need to talk widely. Okay. Yes. So that is the difference between part one and part two. Part one is all about you. Part one is all about what others think. Got it? Part one is what you think. Part three is what others think on the question, right? So it's that it's just that whatever you think you can pose on others and speak in general. Even if you say, for example, Taj Mahal is black, that is accepted because the examiner will not go into the fact what you're saying. The examiner will only take, okay, he has spoken correct tenses or not. He has spoken the pronunciation well or not. Okay. Yes, those are the criteria. Again, we are going to discuss in each criterion is given man score. So usually it is zero. Okay, the scores are okay. Zero being the lowest, so no one would actually even the one who will just without knowing the test can score 4 bands easily. Okay. Yes, the lowest is zero and the nine being the highest. The band scores for each criterion is are like then average together and overall bands. So how it is average, we'll get to know. Okay. Yes. So here are the 4 criterias where you need to, like where you will be judged on. So, for example, the first one is fluency and coherence, or coherence and fluency both go hand in hand. So the fluency doesn't mean that you need to speak on like a like express. The fluency means here whether your thoughts are fluent or not, whether they are coming in a nice manner, and your speech doesn't have any like in between. See, even the best speaker in the world can say a lot, but don't make just observe them that yes, you are saying a lot. That those are fillers again, or gaps in between, right? So even the best speaker also can do that. Okay, but make sure your conversation is in such a way that it interests the examiner so much that he will not look into all these things. Okay. See, in speaking here and there, we even don't utter some of the articles and prepositions, right? Obviously, they'll within the flow, actually, it'll go, isn't it? So, speaking actually is a boon for us in IELTS. You know, if you really understand the question, you know what to speak. Definitely, 7 to 8 bands are in your bucket, guys. So that's what I say. So fluency and coherence is the first criteria where fluency is checked, and also, yes, only when you hesitate to speak or when you don't know what to speak, then only your fluency gets hampered. Okay. In the same way, coherence is nothing but again whether you're organizing the thoughts in a nicer manner or not. Okay. The speech is situationally appropriate and cohesive features are fully acceptable. Okay. In between, you can say, moreover. Okay. These are some of the devices, cohesive devices you can add, and you can continue the speech fluently. Okay. And then the next criteria is lexical resources, where your vocabulary is what they check, but it doesn't mean that again you need to use high-end vocabulary. Okay. The vocab we get, or the words we get in Hindu paper, right? The Hindu paper, or any good English paper, right? Uh, Initially, when I started reading the Hindu paper, when I wanted to develop my language, I used to read one sentence and check the dictionary more than thrice, or like 4 times, so for the words, because very high level vocabulary used to be there. So here lexical sources doesn't mean that you need to exhibit high end vocabulary here, but range of vocabulary is what they check. Instead of saying I think I told you this example last time also. Instead of just saying like saying Ram is a good person, Ram is good in sports, Ram is good in studies. Okay, instead of saying good, good, good every time, if we, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. If we say instead of good, awesome, Ram is awesome in sports, Ram is great in his studies, Ram is like a nice person in his life. He speaks really well with others. He's such an humble person. So I'm not using a great in vocabulary, but I'm using the variation here. That is what they require. And also, if you know idioms, if you use idioms, for example, after a good weekend, after a good holiday or a weekend, if you report to the office on Monday, it will be like you don't want to work, right? Those are called Monday blues, isn't it? That's an idiom. And if you are asked to do something and you don't want to do it, I mean, you don't want to do it because you don't know how to do it. You could say, "That's not my cup of tea," isn't it? If someone asks me to do another work apart from teaching, maybe that's not my cup of tea. I'm not good at that trade. Okay, so not my cup of tea. Monday blues. There are many idioms. You can start using it. So those idioms, you can get it. Like for example, if you type it in Google, like general, I mean, mostly used idioms in the if you type it in Google, you'll get it. So it's not that you learn 10 idioms and you fit wherever you want in the conversation and exhibit that, yes, I know only this these 10. It should again come according to the situation, guys. Okay. So if you use idioms, definitely that will lead you to 8.5, 8 to 8.5 score. Definitely. If you use it, if you don't use also, definitely 7 to 8 bands are in your bucket. If you use idioms, it will become a higher score. Okay. So yes, I don't say don't use idioms. Yes, if it is very very necessary, if you feel that you know that idiom, use it. But if you have learned only few idioms and that only you want to exhibit, then you are in trouble. Okay. Yes. So lexical resources like vocabulary. Okay, they'll check your vocabulary and idioms. Okay, if at all. So that will lead you to 9 man score if you use good idiomatic language. Then the third criteria is grammatical range and accuracy. So again, grammatical range is sentence structures, and also how well your subject verb agreements. Are you making any mistakes? Okay, and yeah. So are you able to tell the speech without any these kind of errors? So usually it comes under grammar part, right? So where you don't use much, I mean, you don't make much errors in grammatical accuracy, right? Yeah. So usually I've seen people using I mean, making mistakes in subject verb agreement. They say he work, he work, blah blah blah. So he work, right? So they work. So subject, when subject is plural, so the verb should be again plural, isn't it? So they work. So the s will go when the subject is plural. S will come when the subject is singular. Subject is singular. So subject verb agreement. This is a simple thing. I know that is also there in one of our I mean, you can check videos in Google and you'll understand it. Subject verb agreement. It's quite a simple topic. So apart from that, yes, grammar range is not checked deeper again. So here and there, if you miss an article or a preposition, because it's a flow, isn't it? We speak randomly, we speak fluently. When we speak fluently, then definitely all these things are not seen. But subject verb agreements, like these kind of errors, definitely they're going to check. And pronunciation. So pronunciation is very very important, but it doesn't mean that you need to sound like an uh, an American or an Australian or a UK person. No, there's no need to get any accent, guys. Speak in a normal way, where the opposite person, the examiner, understands what you're speaking. That is what it is needed here. And even the examiner also one is not from a different country. He or she might be from I mean, she will be from India. Okay, he or she would be from India itself. And you need to speak in a normal way, where no need to get any kind of accent. Okay. And also, the pronunciation doesn't also mean that you completely mispronounce some word. And yeah, at least 90% of the 90% of the word, if you are able to say, that is good to go again. Okay. So you can't completely say, for example, for grammatical, you can't say grammatical, right? So it is completely different, isn't it? So that is what they require. Grammatical. Okay. again. So don't add any this thing to it. Like you have observed, like most of the movies now, English movies which are made, uh, are made in a now in a very common English, where everyone can understand, isn't it? The English is very, very easy to understand. But when you see English movies back in 1980s and all, before that, they were like the accent is quite like strong. We don't understand them because now the movies they want to make business throughout the world. Definitely, they have come to certain level. Uh, so the mediocre has come, isn't it? The in language where everyone understands it. So that is what they wanted. So pronunciation doesn't mean that again. Sound like a English person. But if you obviously, when we try to learn, we need to copy them, isn't it? We need to see how they're pronouncing, how they are making the jaw movement, isn't it? So MTIs are one thing where usually it is not accepted. Okay, you can't say. Some people ask you came to the college, so that is an MTI. Okay, you should speak English like English again. Pronunciation also means that it should sound English. It should sound like you're speaking English language. It should not sound Hindi or Telugu or whatever regional language you have. Okay, whatever your mother tongue is. So MTI, mother tongue influence should not be there. So that is what they check in pronunciation. Okay, so these are the four criteria. I hope I'm clear. And yes, so obviously fluency and coherence tips. You can just have a small reading. I'll give you 2 minutes. Okay, just go through this. Page. If you have any questions, you can post in the chat box given. Till now, whatever I have explained. If you have any questions, post your questions in chat box. Meanwhile, let me open the chat box. I didn't even open it. Okay. Okay. So no one has any question regarding so far we covered. So no questions, no doubts. Very good. I'm clear then. Okay. I know in future you'll have questions. So yes, fluency and coherence tips are nothing but that just to improve your fluency and how to speak without any error, without any stoppage, right? So practice speaking English regularly. This is one of the things which I always tell everyone, those who try to learn English language or spoken. What I always tell is, please watch English people speaking. And I mean, we can't go to the English countries now, isn't it? So definitely, but our target is to go and settle there or go and study there, isn't it? So try to watch them, watch English movies, watch English series. Okay, like also hear them a lot. Obviously watching also, you can see the lip movement and also you can hear how they are pronouncing things, isn't it? So that will help you. And also after doing like hearing and listening to them, then you need to start speaking, guys. So that is where your confidence levels come up, isn't it? When I initially like started to develop my language, when I had to speak with US customers, definitely I can't speak like a person from India. Obviously they know that I'm an Indian. How well I learn English, they would within a second they'll find out that okay, this guy is not from their place. Okay, obviously even we also, if someone comes to our place and our new guy comes to our place and starts speaking, we'll understand, okay, this guy is not from our place, isn't it? The same way when we start speaking, they would know that this, but it doesn't mean that you completely sound weird, isn't it? That is what it is. So for that thing you need to start listening and speaking. Okay, so listen to documentaries. Okay, listen to that will also help you in listening. Okay, listen to conversations and also interviews, guys. Most of our like celebrities, those who like sports, uh, our sports gods are really, really good in their language. Many of them. I mean, all of them, I believe. Maybe one or two they might not speak. That is a different thing. But they all have very good English. Even the commentaries. Okay, those who love sports just can concentrate on that, right? And also those who love entertainment, they can watch the series I told, movies I told, right? So start watching those things. Okay, and yes, for fillers, they definitely use filler words and phrases. So filler words and phrases are like well. So instead of saying like is not again accepted, you can say well, you know, like that, like, okay. All these things are fillers again. Okay. However, moreover, okay, you can use those coherence and cohesive devices there also. Also, so yes. So use appropriate discourse markers, like, for example, first of all, in addition, however, these are all, again, you can use finally. Okay. Again, those are, again, you can add it into your conversation. And avoid repetition. See, this is what I was telling, right? Don't repeat words, don't repeat phrases, don't repeat the same. If you want to repeat the same ideology, paraphrase it in a different way. That's it. Okay. And use synonyms wherever it's possible. Okay. Yes, use appropriate pauses. It doesn't mean like you have to run. Okay. You quickly want to finish the exam and go out. Oh my gosh, I can't sit with this guy or with this examiner. No, sit peacefully, even though the examiner has 11 to 14 minutes for you, because the others are also waiting for the examination, right? So just sit peacefully, answer, listen to what he or she is telling, answer them properly, listen to every part of the question, answer every part of the question. That is what they require. Yes, and then use pauses wherever it's required. Okay, then structure the answers correctly. Okay, again, once you start speaking, you will know what to do. So this is an example, right? Okay, so I have some questions. Look, so before I start, let's see. uh, DSP Reddy Revealer, what is it? I don't know. Yes, it will be helpful for others too. Tomorrow I have exam. Okay, Madhu. Madhu, yes, you have exam, definitely. um, yes, you need to buckle up, because tomorrow is like your speaking examination, right? Yes. Okay, fine. Then, sir, I face confidence issues. Best of luck, Madhu. Okay. Yes. So confidence is what definitely everyone should be aware. Like, I mean, obviously, you should face the exam, but inside everyone will have fear. Even the, like I told you, the best speaker also will have fear about the audience. What, how will they receive and all. A little fear should always be there in you. Otherwise, you don't know what you'll speak. So control yourself. You should not show that fear or hesitation, but make yourself, you add a smile onto your face. Okay. So then definitely with smiling, you can actually win the world. Why? It's just an examination, right? Yes. Then for me to have my exam tomorrow. Okay, thank you, Krishna. Blah blah blah. Okay, break a leg. Yes, break a leg, Madhu. Okay, so he's using idiom, Karina. Okay, so yes, yes. Describe about the first day at school. What is your okay? Okay, someone is typing. Okay, we're going to discuss now. Okay. Yes. So, speaking part one is 4 to 5 minutes, like we discussed. They mostly ask about work, hometown. These are the types of questions, guys. Family, friends, clothes. Okay, anything related to this. Okay. For example, clothes. What kind of clothes do you wear? Or do you buy your clothes um, in national? I mean, you go to a store or you buy it online, something like that. Okay. So yes, internet, leisure time, neighbors, okay, newspapers. So weather, transport, I was talking about weather, transport, even hobbies. Okay. Yes, these are very, very general questions asked after your introduction, or after your like self you tell about yourself, right? After that. Okay. So these are the very general topics. Okay. Then again, he's talking about how to be confident. Like someone asked, how to be confident. Yes, obviously, warm up sessions and practice. Practice is what will make you confident, isn't it? You if you go without practice, definitely you will be under stress. How will I speak and all? But what if you practice with one of your friends, or you have taken some sessions? Okay, then definitely you will be confident. Yes. Then listen carefully to the question. This is very important. And no yes or no answer. I mean, short answers, closed end answers, right? Uh, it should be open ended answers. So no, don't give closed end answers. Don't say it yes or no. You need to say after yes. Do you like going outside and hanging out with your friends? Yes, definitely. I would love going out with them, and usually I hang out on weekends. We go to the beach, we go here and there, we go to the movies. So that is what you have to speak after that. Don't stop yourself after yes or no. You have to speak something. Okay. And speak clearly and at a steady pace. Be honest. Obviously, you can honest in the sense, even if you bluff here and there, it's fine. For example, um, when I was in Maldives, I mean, people never knew like what's or how zoo park would be, or a national zoo would be, or a zoo park where the animals are kept, right? Because those islands are very small, they don't have that facility there. So the children who there, when they study about zoo and animals, about the parks and things, they would ask me, so how does zoo look like? So definitely, even if you have not seen something, for example, a question is asked on a museum. Even if you've not gone, also don't try to make up things. You can honestly say, I've never been to any museum in my life, but given a chance, I would definitely visit one or go and see one. So this is what you're going to. The honest answer is. Got it, guys? So yes, then generate usually after every answer you give, always add why or when or which, where or how. So when you add why to every answer of yours, another sentence will come up. This is again a trick. Okay. For example, a question is asked, um, what time you wake up? I wake up early in the morning. Because why? Because I have to go to the college, or I have to work out and then go to the college. So that's the reason I wake up early, isn't it? When you add why, when, and which, and where. So these are the things where it will take you to a second sentence. Second or third or fourth sentence automatically comes. Okay, so that is one of the tricks. And don't repeat the words used in questions. Okay, yes, again, but if you answer to the question, that is what it is required. It's not saying repetition. Don't say any repetitive words. For example, in the question, do you like Indian food? Don't answer, I like Indian food. So you can answer instead like, oh yes, I love Indian food. I love Indian cuisine. Instead of saying food, you can add. "Mm." Okay, guys. Yes. Then structure the answers correctly. Okay, definitely. You can, once you start coming into the flow, you'll understand. Listen carefully to the questions and answer them again. Same thing. So now the first question is, what do you enjoy doing in your free time? So obviously, when you're free, what do you do? So that's the question here. So someone has given me speaking CBT same like our class. They provide headset. Present days, all modules are conducting in same day. Yeah, Madhu, it's again, those are talking about computer-based test. Guys, it's people who are, all over India are here, right? So most of I mean, in Andhra it might be a little different, in Hyderabad it might be a little different, or in Delhi it might be a little different. It depends upon the convenience in like computer based test. So usually 90% all the four modules are conducted on the same day. Usually that's the actual thing. But if they are not able to accommodate you, if the rush is very high, where there are more people to give speaking, then they might shift your day to the next day. That you'll come to know 5 or 6 days before. So don't worry about it. Everything will be in one thing. So headset thing, no. You nowadays, because it's not a pandemic time, right? In the pandemic, they also conducted online tests. I mean, you need, again, that also you need to give it in the center itself, but the examiner would be somewhere else, in a some a different room. But now it's not the thing. You have to give face to face examination. So no headset is provided and all. Okay. Yes. Can we take a computer-based speaking test at home? No, dear. Laveli, right? No, no, no. It is not like any other test. It is not Duolingo or something. You have to give the test to at the center only. Okay. You have to go to the examination center. Then so should we go to the test center again or attend virtually for from our place? No, from your place it's all no. It's not from your place, guys. You have to go to the center and give the test. Okay, so virtually or whatever it is. Nowadays, there's no virtual thing. You will be facing an examiner. Okay, so don't worry about it. All you need to do is prepare well. Whatever it is, answer them with confidence. That's it. That is what it should be in your mind. Okay. Yes, but those who have doubt about paper-based and computer-based, this is it. Computer-based, usually it happens on the same day, 90%, 99%, but 1% can be on a different day. Okay, that you'll come to know 4 or 5 days before. Don't worry. Okay, so now I want you to like, what do you like do in your free time, or what do you enjoy doing in your free time? So this is the question, right? So I want you to answer naturally. So people can raise your hand and the moderator will allow you to speak. Okay. Ma'am, you there?
Yes, sir.
So I'm just giving you 2 minutes. Usually for first part, no time is given. Okay. So I just want you to just think of it for 2 minutes and raise hands. Okay. Because we're practicing here, isn't it? Okay. So people can start raising their hands, and yes, I want them to speak. Maybe I can't allow everyone, but maybe we'll just take two or three. Yes, the moderator will choose. Take the lucky draw.
Yeah, I think it could be first come, first serve if possible.
Okay.
Because, four people have raised their hands right now. So, Ayonija Singh, just give me a second. Yeah,
Sure.
now you can start talking. I just.
Good evening, everyone. My answer for this topic will be I love doing crocheting because I like to make little purses and I love to make a little flowers like that. So because it for making little crochet we need certain focus for it and I love that doing.
Okay. So why do you like doing it anyways?
I like it because make it increase my confidence and it increase my focusing level.
Okay. And who taught you this? Like who introduced this?
I used to watch YouTube videos on internet, and my nanny used to teach me this.
Okay. Great. Great. Nice. So the second one, any other one?
Hello, sir. My name is Karina. Can I speak?
Yes, Karina, please go on.
So in my spare time, I enjoy singing and listening to different genres of music.
Wow. And where did you get this interest from?
So since my childhood, my parents really pushed me to, go into this field, into singing and music. So since my childhood, I've been singing and I've been really into music.
Are there any singers in your family too?
Yeah, it's my dad.
Oh wow, that's awesome. And did you learn any instrument or any other musical instrument? Or obviously you're into singing, right? So did
Yeah.
you take any authentic training from anyone apart from your
Yes.
dad?
So, since I was 12 years old, I've been learning Indian classical music,
Hmm.
and only two more exams to pass, and then I can get my degree. So I'm really excited about that. Other than that, I have been learning ukulele since lockdown to add up my skill as one plus instrument. Other than that, I've recently ordered keyboard, so I've been learning that too.
That's nice. That's nice.
Thank you.
Great, great. Okay, next one, guys.
Hi, sir. This is Kirtana.
Yeah, keep.
Yeah, so I enjoy doing painting in my free time. Especially, I started this activity just a kind of a stress buster for me, apart from my work. So I thought it is kind of a therapeutic activity. And first, I started with abstract kind of paintings, and later on, now I'm currently interested in Rajasthani art forms like Pichwai paintings and so on.
Okay. So have you got any certification or degree? Usually people also now possess this degree in arts, right? So are you planning to do or you have one?
Okay, this is something interesting I'm hearing for the first time. I don't have any plans as of now, but later, if I'm very passionate in getting a proper professional degree, maybe I'll pursue that.
Very good. Good. Very good. So all the three speakers, they're really good. They have used good language. Like Keetna, he was passionate about learning things, and before that, another speaker used really good vocab. I didn't find any monotonous in things. I mean, no one sounded monotonous. Only the first speaker, Ayo, right? A little MTI is there here and there, but that's okay. That's okay. So you need to just brush up your MTI by doing like practicing and listening to the English speakers. The first one I forgot the name of you. Okay, only a little MTI is there. Just work on it. Otherwise, it's awesome. Okay. Yes. So let's see a sample answer to it. Okay. Yes. Free time. I like to explore new places and try out different types of cuisines. Cuisines are like, right? Different types of food and all, right? Yes. Obviously, every, like we have Indian cuisine, Western cuisine, Chinese cuisine, isn't it? Yes. So, different types of cuisines. I also enjoy playing sports such as tennis, basketball. Additionally, I would love to read books, or whenever I have time, I really love reading books. Okay, books like science fiction and fantasy genres, right? So yes, all these things. So most of you have used genres. I mean, the second speaker, I forgot her name again. Sorry guys, I forget names. So genres you have used. So yes, these are like the word, the vocab is what. This is the simple vocabulary. And here we have a cohesive device. See, additionally, moreover, I also I do I not only play tennis and basketball, but I also read books. So both, I mean, sportsmen and books won't go together. I know, but some people are there who also do it, isn't it? So these are the like type of vocab we are looking for, or they are looking for the examiners. Okay, yes, let's hear how a normal natural speaker can speak.
In my free time, I like to explore new places and try out different types of cuisines. I also enjoy playing sports such as tennis and basketball. Additionally, I love to read books and watch movies. especially science fiction and fantasy genres.
So yeah, that is the best way to sound like without any like pronunciation errors and all. Like even the previous three speakers who were there, they had no pronunciation errors. Your clarity of speech was good. Okay, you are clear. Okay, so if you speak in this way, definitely 7+ bands are yours. Okay, and you should sound naturally. That is the criteria here. It's not like you're reading something or you mugged up something for this particular question. You're just telling it. It should come random. Random question came and you're randomly answering it, just like that. In our mother tongue, how would we, if someone asks something, we would say naturally, right? In the same way, that is what the examiner is looking here. Are you able to answer it naturally again with the error free English? So those criteria are already there, but naturality should also be there. The criteria are subject verb agreements, pronunciation, all these things. Okay. Yes.
In my free time, I like to
Sorry.
explore new places and try out different types.
Yeah. The next question is, do you prefer to exercise in the morning or evening? So usually we are all late bloomers now, right? Because of this summer season. I mean, I'm not aware of how it is in the northern area and all, but here in southern part of the state, I mean, I belong to Andhra Pradesh. It's quite hot here. Okay, so definitely I would love waking up little late and then yes, just do some online classes and stuff. So do you prefer to exercise in the morning or evening? So I would definitely go on a walk in the evening, because evening I stay a little near to the seashore, so I would love to go on a brisk walk or something like that. Okay, so do you prefer to do exercise in the morning or evening? This is the question. I want a random answer this time. I know many of the speakers, they don't require any time, so we want different people to answer this. So please raise hands. Yes, ma'am, you can.
No, sir, nobody has raised their hand. Yeah, Madhu has raised.
Yes, yes, Madhu and Ashwini also is raised. Yes, Madhu, you can start.
Guys, just one small request. Those who have already spoken, please don't raise your hand again so that other people can also get a chance.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, hi, very good evening.
Uh, Mostly I prefer to exercise in the morning time because I will stay in a hostel with my friends. With my friends gang, I will go to a gym and for park. We will exercise in the morning time with my friends, and I will enjoy that moment, that morning sunrises, and after we back to college.
Okay. So, yes, very good. I love your confidence. What's your name?
Madhu, sir.
Madhu. I love your confidence, Madhu. So the
Thank
way you answered every part of the question is really nice. So obviously there's only one question here. So you understood the question well and you answered it. So I love your confidence. And the area where you can improve is, you said, I will enjoy the movement or something you said, right? So the question is in present tense. Do you prefer? So do you is present tense, right? So yes, I enjoy spending time with my friends in the evening. So I go out with them. So will should not be there. In between, you used will, and some of the speech was not so clear. I don't know whether it's because of the technical issue or something. I'm not sure, but some of the words were not clear. Otherwise, definitely you're good. But be make sure, guys, whatever the question is in, whatever the question tense is in. So if the question is in present tense, you are going to speak all present scenarios, right? Simple present tense, isn't it? So, for example, a question is asked, "What time you wake up?" So, what time you wake up every day? That is the question, isn't it? So, what time you wake up? So you'll say, you'll not say I will wake up at 10:30 or 10 o'clock in the morning. That's not correct, right? I usually wake up at 6 o'clock every day. I usually wake up at 6 o'clock. I wake up at 6 o'clock every day. So this tells your that your everyday thing, isn't it? So that comes under present tense, simple present tense. What is simple present tense? I don't want to go into the grammar again. Simple present tense is nothing but uh, the work which you do every day, where everything is normalized and general every day, right? A simple tense is also something where it like natural facts, universal facts, like sun rises in the east. No one can't change it, right? Sun rises in the east. Sugar is sweet, or salt is salty. So these are facts again. Though that also comes under simple present tense. But here the question is again. I don't want to deviate more. The question is in simple present tense. You should speak in simple present. If the examiner asks you, "What did you do in the last weekend?" then your question will be, or the answer will be in past scenarios, past tense, isn't it? Last weekend, I went out with my family. I went out to a movie with my friends. I was um, cycling around the along the seashore. Last weekend was a nice weekend for me. I really I went out with my. I went out on a small tour for 2 days. Saturday and Sunday, we went to a nearby a place where we had waterfalls. We enjoyed a lot over there, and we came back. So the tense, whatever tense it is in, you have to speak. The flow should be in that tense only, or your sentences should be in that tense. Okay, so be very very careful. Otherwise, it's fine, Madhu. Okay, one more, please.
Yeah, Harshini, please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
yes, I can. We can.
Uh, so I usually prefer to going outside in the evening. I think evening time is the best suitable for meeting friends outdoor and
Hmm.
doing some exercises rather than staying at home. I
Hmm.
have been doing this for a long time, and if I stay at home during the evening, I definitely feel bored.
Okay. If I stay during the evening, so evenings, you can talk about evenings. If I don't stay at home in the evenings, I usually go out. Evenings, okay? You can add S to it. Otherwise, your clarity of speech is good. I mean, rate of speech is also good. And yes, good. Yeah, yes,
Thank you, sir.
yes. One more, please.
Yeah, Singaravalu, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for giving me the question. Sir. And as
You're
already
welcome.
introduced myself, I'm a student of working professional, and I've read many articles like do the exercise in the morning time. You'll be like too tired. You will be if you exercise in the morning itself. You won't work in the day as a uh, to be excited. And in that time, I usually prefer the evening times. In my organization itself, the pre-gym is available. By 5 o'clock, the gym will be open. I will go along with my friends and I enjoy that time. And I usually go to my rooms. That's it.
Okay, I know. Yeah, Mr. Singru, right? I'm sorry with the name. Okay, what's your full name?
It is Singara Velu, sir.
Singara Velu. So what do people call you?
Uh, Many people call me Sri Singara Velu. Names like this. You
Okay,
can
so
call
you can
me
give us
Velu.
short name. Yes.
You can
So
call
I'm
me
giving you a hint here. In the examination also, when the some people have very big names, right? Veera Venkata Subramaniam
yes.
and blah blah blah, right? I'm sorry. I'm not. I should not say that. But you can give one name. Okay, you can call me Venkat. You can call me Velu. You can call. So this is what you're making the examiner comfortable. Okay.
Yes, sure,
Yes.
sir.
So Mr. Velu, you used will. Okay, like in the previous another candidate also, another one also used will. So you should not use will because this is a present tense. And also uh, yeah, a little bit of MTI is there in your speech. Otherwise,
Yes, sir.
you can actually even in between. Obviously, the entire conversation again had technical error. I don't know. It is happening for boys only. Girls are like speaking really clear. Even there's no technical issue. So there was some technical issue in between. The speech was not so clear. Otherwise, you need to work on MTI. Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
There is
sure,
mother
sir.
tongue
Thank you.
influence. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go to the next question. So usually when someone raises this kind of question, even if you don't exercise, also you can say naturally. No, I'm not a person who goes to the gym or hits the gym every day, or but I love keeping myself fit. So what I do is I do I concentrate on my diet more than on physical exercises. So completely you're changing the um, answer to your bucket or taking the topic into your bucket, isn't it, the way you want to say, but you're still standing on the same topic, exercise and morning and evening, right? So whatever you do, whatever your lifestyle is, you're going to speak here. It's not that even if you don't hit the gym, yes, I'm a hardcore gym person, you want to say that. Okay. Yes. So here a sample answer is there. I usually prefer to exercise in the morning. I find that it is helpful for me to start my day with a burst of energy and positivity. However, sometimes I also exercise in the evening, especially if I couldn't fit it into my morning routine. So if I don't get time in the morning, I sometimes do it in the evening. That's what he's trying to say, right? Okay, it's 1 second. Just give me one moment. Okay. So that is the entire thing. So if you want to say in your own way, definitely you can do it. So now let's play the audio. What the audio has. Obviously, the same thing, but you can hear. Sorry.
I usually prefer to exercise in the morning. I find that it helps me to start my day with a burst of energy and positivity. However, sometimes I also exercise in the evening, especially if I couldn't fit it in my morning routine.
So you can see that intonations where they're doing and all, you know. So see, so intonations doesn't mean that you have to learn what is an intonation, where to do it. But if you add little that nakras to your what do you call speech, definitely that girls can actually do it more, right? You know, I went there, but I didn't find my kind of this thing. So you are actually speaking in natural way, isn't it? So like the speaker said, you know, with a burst of energy and positivity. So definitely there she rose her. We can see that the enthusiasm, right, when she gets that. So definitely, this is what the examiner wants, how well you're able to articulate things and stuff. Again, it doesn't mean that you have to take articulation lessons and intonation lessons. No, guys, no. So just listen to the English conversations, just understand it, because we learned language in that way, right? Our mother, I mean, mother and father never taught us like, okay, first learn the intonation, grammar, then we'll start speaking. No, we learned it by birth, right? A language, a mother tongue. In the same way, when you start watching these movies, like conversations, interviews, isn't it? Yes, most of our celebrities, they're really good, give good interviews. Even Star World hmm, has good interviews, isn't it? So watch these interviews and stuff. Okay, it will also conversations. Okay, someone wants now.
I usually prefer.
Okay, now the last question. Do you enjoy cooking? Why or why not? So definitely, do you enjoy cooking is a question, but why or why not is also should be answered. Okay, so answering every part of the question, a part of the question in IELTS is very important. Okay, so usually you say yes, I enjoy cooking. If you say that and keep quiet, it obviously they want 3 to 4 sentences, at least 3 sentences. Yes, I love cooking because I love doing serving people. And I've learned different types of cuisines just like that by watching my mother doing them. So I got 3 to 4 sentences, for example. Enjoy. I before I never used to enjoy cooking, but I learned cooking because I have to live. I have to live in a different country away from my family. So it is essential for me to learn cooking. So that's the reason I'm learning different kinds of dishes so that I can sustain in a different country, because it all relates to you, isn't it? So this is what an answer is. Okay, so naturally you should answer. So let's see what a natural answer would be. Yes, I enjoy cooking, especially Indian food, and I find it rewarding to prepare a dish from scratch and see different ingredients come together to create a delicious meal. Wow. Plus, it allows me to experiment with different spices and flavors. So now you know what to talk about. Now, please start raising your hand and use these words. This time I'm showing you the sample answer. I want someone to use these words and make a nice 3 sentence conversation. So the question is, do you enjoy cooking? Why or why not? Okay. Yes, please raise hands. This is the last question. Okay, we got one. Okay, two.
Yeah, Manoj.
Manoj. Yeah.
To be, I don't really cook, but I used to see my mother cook, and I really enjoy seeing her cook for me using those spices and especially meat and and I help with some chores to help my mother cook delicious meals such as cutting onions, cutting garlic, and to bring water, etc. And I really my mother cooks
Cooking water. You said cooking water, buddy.
bringing water.
Okay, bringing water.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought, how can someone cook water?
Bring
Great.
water, chop
Good.
onions, chop garlic.
Yes, yes, good. Yeah. What's your name?
Manoj, Manoj.
Manoj. Nice, nice. Really nice. Okay. So, for your mother to cook for you, you do all these kind of chores, isn't it? You
Yeah,
help her so that she concentrates completely on the cooking, right?
yeah.
Nice. So, what dish you can cook well now?
Now, to be frank, I don't know how to cook. Like really, I don't know how to cook. Like just my mother knows how to cook, and just I know how to eat. That's it.
Very frank, very frank. Thank you, thank you. So another one, please.
Yeah, Srivarshini. Please go ahead.
Yes, mom, sure. So I do enjoy cooking, but cooking is not up to my it's not my cup of tea actually. But I do help my mom by for the choppings and everything. Like I'm even fine with cooking without fire. That's my thing. Than cooking with fire. That's not my thing. I usually prefer baking than cooking with the fire.
Oh, I was thinking something else. Okay, you eat raw vegetables. That's
No, no,
nice.
no, no.
Okay, cooking without fire is baking. So I learned something.
Yes,
That's awesome. So you also used a cup of tea. Okay,
yes.
that's medium. Good, good job.
Thank
Okay,
you.
next one. Next one, please.
Yeah, Krishna. Please go ahead.
Yes, honestly, cooking is not my cup of tea. But whenever I get some time, I try to learn to cook some various dishes. For example, I usually prefer to make cheese chili that I like a lot, and I like to cook this food on a weekends.
Okay. I would like to cook food on weekends. Good job, good job. So, why only on weekends? Do you cook for your family or something like how it is?
Well, due to my hectic schedule, I don't get much time to cook,
Uh,
and I'm also not good in cooking. So that's why I generally cook on weekends. So because I have enough time and I was spare time to try new things.
But who do you cook to impress? Or like which family member, especially?
Especially, I cook for my maternal grandmother because she really enjoys the taste of my hand rather than my other family members because they don't like my food. They don't like my cooking food.
You're cooking. Okay. So what do you cook the best dish which you can talk about?
Sir, could you please repeat?
Which dish you can cook the best?
Mostly, I use a I usually make a I usually make a day. Uh, Correct. I'm not getting first.
Yes. So yes, when suddenly someone asks what we do in daily basis or what we know really well, so sometimes we don't get it. So you can talk about I cook palak paneer really well, or I cook biryani well, I cook a vegetable dish really well, or whatever it is. I bake like someone said. I love baking things, you know. So yes, baking cakes, baking making a nice pastry or something like that. Okay, you can talk about things, you know, even if you bluff here a little, it's okay. Okay, examiner is not going to come, okay, whether you really cook or not, no. Okay. Yes. So very good guys, so let's hear the conversation, or to the speech what we have got here, the same thing.
Yes, I enjoy cooking, especially Indian food. I find it very rewarding to prepare a dish from scratch and see the different ingredients come together to create a delicious meal. Plus, it allows me to experiment with different spices and flavors.
Okay, so you know
Yes,
when someone asks me this question, I would definitely reply that, you know, I don't like cooking at all, because for me, cooking is a nightmare. When I was in Maldives, like I told you before, I went to Maldives. I worked there. I was teaching 10th, 9th, 8th, 9th, 10th standards, and apart from that, I used to teach communication skills over there in English. So at that point of time, obviously, I didn't go with my family, along with my family. Then I had to cook over there, and that was like I burnt my hands. I burned the dishes also. You know, that was like even sometimes I used to sleep without eating sometimes, you know. So because the dish is spoiled and I was not in a mood to cook, and I was totally tired after my classes, and finally I thought, okay, cooking is not my thing. I mean, my efforts were seen, my things were seen by my the owners where I used to stay, my PG mates, you know. Then they started helping me out. So they told the owner guy, and that guy provided me with meals, and obviously I paid on monthly basis. So cooking and me are like a lot of distance between us. Okay, yes, this is the way. Yes, you should say, guys. Very good, guys. I have got many of you really well. And this is all about part one. Part one is all about what do you do, it's associated with you. Okay, so part one, question types also be discussed here, right? So work, hometown, accommodation, leisure time. Leisure time is what you do in your free time, right? Music, if you like music, why did you learn music? Why this instrument? Like I asked someone, right? Newspapers. Do you read newspapers, or do you need news from other sources, or do you get to know the day-to-day news from something else, something like that? Okay, they might ask you these kind of questions. So this is about part one mostly. We're going to discuss some more part one questions and part two in the next session, guys. That's all for today. And any questions, guys? Yeah, thank you. Yes. So should we test it again and attend virtually from our place? Okay, sir. Sir, is our mock test checked? Okay, that will be answered by our moderator. So yes. And also, guys, I want you to like work on some questions. Okay, same questions also. Like for example, a same thing. I want you to record it. So the best way you can do it. For example, a question is asked on your free time. So go to your mobile recorder, record it, speak up to 3 to 5 sentences. Then again, listen to your own voice. You'll understand it where you have gone wrong. So this is called self-correction. This is one hint, one best hint, or one best thing which I can say that you will correct yourself mostly 70%. But another 30%, an expert or someone should be there to guide you. Okay. But mostly, if you do this thing, your homework for tomorrow is obviously that is not checked like I checked or not. I'm not sure for the last one. But this one, you're the one who is going to check your own audios. So record uh, your answer for it for this one, for this one, for exercises and cooking. I want you to uh, record it and listen to it. Okay, if you do this, definitely you are going to create wonders in speaking. You can do wonders in speaking and good band score. Okay, guys, that's all from me. Have a great night. Take care, guys. Ma'am, you can take over.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much for the session.
Thank you. Bye bye. Good evening, guys. Bye.
So, okay, Kirtana, for the writing evaluation, we started the evaluation today, obviously, because it was open till yesterday midnight. So it will take about 2 to 3 days, and then you will have your response to your evaluation in your hand. And Krishna, for the mock test,